Today I'm going to talk about identifiers. So what are identifiers? Identifiers are names that identify something in your program. And using these names you can do a lot of things within your program. So let's talk about a very common identifier, which is variables. So variables are one type of identifier, and because I said variables are names, so you can use these many characters like alphabets to write your names. So alphabet consists of A to Z capital and A to Z lowercase, and then you can use numbers, so that will include 0 to 9 and including 0 and 9, and then underscore. You can also use underscore as your variable name. Now any other character is known as special character, which is also allowed within as a variable name. However, your variable cannot begin with a number. You cannot start your variable name as with a number. And let me demonstrate this with an example program. Okay, so remove this, and we'll start with removing the argument as usual. So my variable is of integer type, and let me type number 9 and number and assign a value to my variable. So I'm not allowed to use variable names that begin with number, but I have done that. And let me print my variable after compiling. Okay, so now I'm finished with my program. Let me go ahead and compile it, and I'm sure that I'll get an error because I'm not allowed to use number in front of variable name, but I have done that, so I'm expecting an error. And it's give me an error and think that the number is the number 9 is an integer constant. Okay, so that's the error I'm receiving. So if I remove this, I think my program will compile successfully. Yes. So you can see that variable names, that as per C++ rules, a variable should not begin with any digit, but underscores are allowed. If you put underscore in front of variable name, that is allowed, and that will also compile program successfully. Okay, now you look at the syntax for declaring a variable, and every variable starts with a data type and then the variable name and any value if you want to assign any value to the variable immediately. So there is another type of variable, not variable but another type of identifier, and these are known as keywords. Okay, keywords are those words that comes with a compiler. They are reserved words, and as an example, you can see the one which are highlighted and in bold. They are all keywords. So integer is a keyword, return is a keyword. Okay, these are all keywords, and they cannot be used as a variable name. You cannot use them as a variable name. Okay, so let's try to use keyword in our as a variable name. So instead of number, let me use the keyword called new, and it's already highlighted in dark. That's because the compiler knows that it's a keyword. So when we run and when we compile the program, we'll get an error message saying that it's not allowed to use keyword as a variable name. So if I use news, as my variable name, it is allowing me to do that because there is no keyword with that name. So that's why it's allowing me to do that, allow me to use news as a keyword, news as an identifier, as a variable name, and there is no error. When I compile my program, there is no error. So we must therefore assign meaningful names to our variable, because if we don't do that, that will create conflicts within our program. So that's a problem. I hope that was helpful. Thanks very much for watching.